I'm Courtney Wagner, and this is In the Game. I'm here with Katie Berlin, a superstar four-sport athlete who is this week's Jack Hanania Player Profile from Orange Park. Hi Katie, thanks for being here.
Hi, thank you so much for having me.
So tell me about these four sports that you've lettered in since your freshman year, now up until your senior year.
I would have to say they're all very different, but they all have like a tie-in together of being like a family kind of thing, and no matter what, you always become a family at the end of the season, and I just enjoy it so much because Orange Park is such a great family school.
Absolutely, and what four sports do you do?
I play volleyball, soccer, track, and flag football.
And which one is your favorite out of those?
Oh gosh, I would say soccer is my favorite just because I've been playing it so long, and it's always something that hit home because my brother and I both played it when we were younger, so it's always been a family thing.
Okay, so it kind of runs in the family there. And how do you multitask being a four varsity sport athlete and having a 4.52 GPA? That's pretty impressive.
Well, thank you. It's just all about time management, you know. I'll be going to a soccer game and I'll either be catching up on some sleep, or I'll be doing homework for the next day, or I'll be at the soccer game and I'll be running flashcards with some friends, or I will be on the bus to a track meet for like 7 hours, but we're always doing homework, and it's always just being able to time manage everything.
Definitely, so you're obviously very good at multitasking.
Yes ma'am.
And what's your favorite memory out of all the sports you've done, out of all the years you've played them? Do you have a specific memory that really sticks out to you?
Oh gosh, I think they all had special memory to me. Like in flag football, we won district champs, that was a big deal for me. My sophomore year going to regionals for track, that was a huge deal. For soccer, my freshman year, the only reason I truly felt like I was at home starting so early in high school was my soccer team then. But I would have to say my favorite would be the volleyball season this year, because we decided to make an a cappella video of all of us singing, and it was just a great time because even our coach got involved. Although she was just laughing at us, it was still one of the best moments in high school.
That's great. And so you can sing too on top of all of this?
Oh no, yeah, absolutely not.
Okay, so just a fun a cappella video.
Yes ma'am.
That's great. And do you have any, I guess, struggles with all of it? I know you said time management, but what has been your biggest obstacle to overcome doing this much?
I would just have to say, being involved in so much, you just want to give 100% to everything. And for some people, they may think that I wasn't able to do that, but on the contrast, I would have to disagree with that, because everything I commit to, I always give 110%. And I think that would be the hardest part, is just being able to be so involved, but also giving your hardest every single time.
That's wonderful. And I know we talked about how you're a senior. What are your plans now for after you graduate?
I would like to become an engineer, and I plan to try to get out of the state of Florida, and if I can get into a school that would also allow me to play a sport, then I would love to do that. But I am not going to go to a school just for a sport. I'm going to go for my academics, yes ma'am.
Which is great. And I know too, you do a ton of extracurriculars. Tell me a little bit about those.
I would say my most proud extracurricular would have to be Miss Orange Park, just because it's so different, and they've given me so many opportunities just through that program, and I've met so many girls and different people and outlets, and it's just such a privilege, especially through the volunteering aspect of life.
Absolutely. And I'm sure, you know, being an athlete on so many different teams, you've had a lot of different coaches throughout the years. What would you say is the best advice you've ever received?
Oh gosh, I would say my best advice is that I've not learned everything yet. Sometimes you feel like you know everything, and other times you have to be knocked back in your place, because truly coaches are just there to teach you, and they're just there to further your education. And although sometimes you feel like you might know something, I've learned that you never truly know everything, and that's the blessing in life.
Definitely, that is a good lesson to learn. There's always more learning to be done, and you really exemplify that with your GPA and now pursuing schools like MIT. What would you say is your goal, 5 or 10 years out from now?
My ultimate goal would have to be being able to raise money for our Don Hall track. It's such a thing that hits home every time I think about it. He was such an inspiration, and although he passed away, his legacy will still live on. And raising money for it is pretty difficult, but I know that in 5-10 years I'll be successful with my life, and I know my peers will be as well, and I just hope that we're able to raise that money so that our fellow classmates in years to come can experience that legacy that we felt.
Absolutely. And you have so much passion and so much fire. Who motivates you? What gives you this passion?
I'm very religious based, and I believe in God, and He's always been there for me. But I would have to say, earthly, my parents are there every day. They're just there to support me, and so is my family, and I wouldn't be here without them. So they motivate me to be the best I can.
That's so wonderful, and you obviously are making them so proud. And Katie, thank you so much for being here today. If you want to see more of Katie, check her out in our December magazine. She's also on the cover.
Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you.